drag me back to the bitter end. Oh, close my eyes so I can't pretend. I got these scars that I'll never mend. Don't know if I'm dreaming or is it a nightmare? Drowning in my feelings. I need you, but you're not. Watching all the colors fade to gray. I never knew I could feel this way. No, take another shot, you can heal the pain. Never gonna make the same mistake. No, throw me out in the deep end. Take my soul and paint it red. Nobody hears when I'm screaming. I take one last breath. Don't know if I'm dreaming or is it a nightmare? Drowning in my feelings. I need you, but you're not there. No, not there. Need you, but you're not there. Don't know if I'm dreaming or is it a nightmare? Drowning in my feelings. I need you, but you're not there.
PO in this bitch, yeah.
Yeah, J. Ray. Money stacking up, now they always try and test me. Shawty hit my phone saying, can I bring my bestie too? Girl, I get it wetter than a jet ski. I don't wear ice, but I hit a Wayne Gretzky. Ooh, ay, mixing up the juice, they be watching how I move. Grab a pen and paper, trying to copy what I do. Praying that I lose, now I'm swerving out the groove. I've been working for a minute, promise this ain't nothing new. I don't ever focus on the past, got these haters in my DMs and they saying this and that. I'm just sipping out the glass, I might read it for a laugh. I can't let it slow me down, hella busy with the craft. Got my windows all black, never see me when I pass. Went and quit my 9 to 5, now my life's a fucking blast. Got these ladies shaking ass with my music in the back. Going 0 to 100, how the hell I never crash? I won't be complacent, flying different places, had a taste it. Now I'm in the game, it's looking like the Matrix. Y'all the fakest, had to face it. We all turn up on occasion, started chasing all these ghosts. I learned that ghosts are my creation. See my shot, I spring to action. Never wanted to be average, want the bottle service here. And the girls all on the mattress, only show up if it's lavish. 20 bands, I go and cash it. Everything that I imagine, but they think I'm out of my mind. Out of my mind. They think I'm out of my mind. Out of my mind. They think I'm out of my mind, yeah. Turn this into real life, checking off goals, but it still never feel right. Life on the road, swerve past all the real lights. I don't need brakes, I just switch it into gear like accelerate the drive to Toretto with number 5. I've been feeling more alive, money doubling in size. She got trouble in her eyes, and it got me hypnotized. I can tell she down to ride, so we hit the 9 to 5. Had to step back, focus where the check's at. Living at my worst just to find out what I'm best at. Had a minor setback, now they want the guest pass. Working while they party, no they never would invest that. Turn it up till they notice I'm never losing the focus. I swear this year's been the coldest. I use the music to cope with all of the stress and the worry and all the people that hurt me. I'm waking up hella early just to get rich in a hurry, and that's the mission. Never wasting any minutes. Y'all been telling me it's fiction. I'm just showing my depiction. Used to hate, but now they switching. Really do this for a living, making friends from competition, building something from a kid and what he visioned. I won't be complacent, flying different places, had a taste it. Now I'm in the game, it's looking like the Matrix. Y'all the fakest, had to face it. We all turn up on occasion, started chasing all these ghosts. I learned that ghosts are my creation. See my shot, I spring to action. Never wanted to be average, want the bottle service here, and the girls all on the mattress. Only show up if it's lavish. 20 bands, I go and cash it. Everything that I imagine, but they think I'm out of my mind. Out of my mind. They think I'm out of my mind. Out of my mind. They think I'm out of my mind, yeah.
like a girl changes clothes. Yeah, you be a mess like a bitch. I would know. And you overthink, always speak critically. I should know that you're not good for me. 'Cause you're hot, then you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. You're in, then you're out. You're up, then you're down. You're wrong when it's right. It's black and it's white. We fight, we break up. We kiss, we make up. You really wanna stay, no, but you really wanna go. Oh, you're hot, then you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. You're in, then you're out. You're up, then you're down. We used to be just like twins, so in sync. The same energy. There's a dead battery. Used to love, but nothing. Now you're plain boring. I should know that you're not gonna change. 'Cause you're hot, then you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. You're in, then you're out. You're up, then you're down. You're wrong when it's right. It's black and it's white. We fight, we break up. We kiss, we
Hate it when you leave. Didn't leave a thing. You had it out on me, making me feel so cold. Afraid of being alone when I'm next to you. You make me feel alive. Now that I'm left without you, like you made me feel. You made me feel. I just made you feel. You feel so good. Did you ever think we were ever a thing? 'Cause you don't make me feel so good. I don't mean to be, don't mean to be rude, but did you ever think when you left me? When you're so alone, were you ever free? 'Cause everybody knows how you've been feeling lonely. You wasted all my time, thinking you would see. She ever made you feel like you're always wanted? Like you made me feel, you made me feel. I just made you feel so good.
standing on the ground. I don't know why you keep wishing for me to change. You keep wishing for me to change. Everybody want 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 me to change.
I don't know why I'm acting like this. Not so sure why I'm feeling this way. Feeling I'm one talking to anyone other than you. You make me feel good, not gonna lie. Taking it slow, you're giving me time. Catching up on life and talk. Catching feelings in the dark. We could live by the ocean, I don't care. If you like, I'll follow you anywhere. I'll be there, I'll be there. I just feel we could live by the ocean, I don't care. If you like, I'll follow you anywhere. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be Looking back, it starts to make sense. We were meant to be more than friends, always laughing, having fun. Never thought I'd find someone. Can't stop smiling, I feel like a fool. So in love, but I'm playing it cool. Getting harder to ignore. You always leave me wanting more. We could live by the ocean, I don't care. If you like, I'll follow you anywhere. I'll be there, I'll be there. I just feel we could live by the ocean, I don't care. If you like, I'll follow you anywhere. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there.
been coming through with a vengeance. About time that they coming to the senses. Ain't nobody gonna be sitting on no fences. I'm the unanimous champion, I said it. Yeah, I put the weight on my shoulders. I put the whole team on my back. I fight with the heart of a soldier. I am made up of all that you lack, yeah.
I can feel your love tonight. Lost and found, I'm paralyzed. People told me I'm a monster, cause of too many dreams in my head. I'll be always by your side, even when the stars aligning. I wish I knew, cause I got too many dreams in my head. I don't want to be mad at you. I can easily forget what we've been through when I'm still here, baby, nothing changed. Oh, baby, nothing changed. Even if my heart is broke, baby, nothing changed.
Yeah, your time is running out. You better run and hide. You and that, and I just spit insecticide. We ain't built the same. I'm a one of one. I'm a winner with a vision shining like the sun, and you can never block it. You a Von and Rocky. I push the pedal to the floor, and you can never stop me. Never settle, wanting more, and I'ma take it. Watch me. Never settle, wanting more, and I'ma take it. Watch me.
I can feel your love tonight. Lost and found, I'm paralyzed. People told me I'm a monster, cause of too many dreams in my head. I'll be always by your side, even when the stars aligning. I wish I knew, cause I got too many dreams in my head. Too many dreams in my head. Too many dreams in my head, yeah. I wish I knew, cause I got too many dreams in my head. I don't want to be mad at you. I can easily forget what we've been through when I'm still here, baby, nothing changed. Oh, baby, nothing changed. Even if my heart is broke, baby, nothing changed. I don't want to be mad at you. I can easily forget what we've been through when I'm still here, baby, nothing changed. Oh, baby, nothing changed. Even if my heart is broke, baby, nothing changed.
Found all your clothes under the bed near the bottles I broke, cause you took her home. I don't have to ask, cause I know how it goes. You're holding her close, hands in her hair, and you're taking it slow. You hate that I know. You hate that I know. I stay awake every night cause it hurts how I miss you, but I stay when you treat me rough. Hold my breath, but it's not enough. I've been so anchored in loving you, I forgot how to. Had to leave when you treat me rough. Had to breathe in this drowning love. Had to breathe in this drowning love. Found your cologne, reminds me of Greece when you loved me the most. It's too hard to cope. Remember the nights that we spent on the coast. I held on to hope, cause I didn't know you would leave me alone. You're watching me go. You're watching me go. I stay awake every night cause it hurts how I miss you, but I stay when you treat me rough. Hold my breath, but it's not enough. I've been so
Right, good evening, people. How are we doing? Here we are then, Wednesday evening. The sun is still shining, and here we are for your latest Fast 50 online pub quiz. Isn't this exciting? Yes, it's super exciting. Of course it is. Look at this. Andre's the first man in. This is the first time he's managed it. The first person to talk to us tonight on the feed is Andre. So well done, mate. You've got yourself the imaginary bonus point to put towards your imaginary prize. You go and crack on, mate, and get yourself something special. Good evening to you, Anchor, as well, joining for the second or third time. Lovely to have you. Good evening to you as well if you are joining us for the very first time. We have got some brand new players tonight. It's always nice to get new people joining us. I am Mark. I will be your quiz master as we take you through a fast-paced yet fun quiz. 50 questions to come. We'll talk about all of that later on. We're going to take you through all the rules and all the prizes and all the good stuff. So the one thing to note is this is a very easy quiz to play. Very difficult to win, but very easy to play. Good evening, Jen. Hello to you. How is it in the UK? Is it sunny? Is it nice? I saw that the weather was actually pretty damn terrible over there. We always like to talk about the weather at the start of the evening. As promised last week as well, I am wearing my new Lionel Richie t-shirt. Look at that, boy. What a ledge. H&M, if anyone's interested. It's nothing special. It's just from H&M. On sale. Brilliant. Love it. Bakers, hello to you. Sunny in the UK. That's what we like to hear. So exciting that I might be able to go back there soon. I've been saying this for such a long time. It's not long now until I can go back to the UK. But it genuinely feels like there is light at the end of the tunnel. Just please, UK, put Romania back onto the green list so we can start flying. That would be fine and dandy. All right, loads of you starting to sign in, which is good. People always tend to sign in around this time. They like to leave it till the last minute. Good evening, James and Raluca. Lovely to have you. James is our reigning champion. In fact, let's have a quick look and see how well James did last week. So there you go, James coming out on top. A really good close quiz as well. James winning on the final question, securing the win to beat Simo into second place and George in third. But well done to all three of them, including Yulia and Family Terp as well, and Cytokine Storm and Tio, because they all managed to beat our all-star Bula, who, I've been bigging him up lately, and maybe I've jinxed him a little bit because he hasn't won a quiz in 2 or 3 weeks, which, if you're here with us for the first time, is highly unusual. Bula is an exceptional quizzer and tends to be in the top 2 or 3 at every quiz, but he's not had it his own way in recent weeks, as you can see. James taking the top spot last week. A slightly more difficult quiz, I think we'll say, because nobody got even close to 5,000 points. If you can reach 5,000 points, you're guaranteed to be in the top 1 or 2, as you can see. 4,713 was our top score last week. Not many people even getting over 4,500 points, let alone 5,000. So no complaints from you guys. That's nice, because when it is a bit tougher, I often get messages to say, hey, I really enjoyed that. Because I think there's that bigger sense of achievement, isn't there, when the questions are that much more difficult. People tend to like that, I think, because when you get something right, it just feels so good. All right, then, as I keep saying, we have got new players with us tonight, so let's quickly go over the game rules. So the first thing to know is that you should be playing along using a smartphone or a handheld device like a tablet, an iPad, whatever you've got. Log in to MyQuiz. The details have been given to you via Patreon on notifications within Patreon. Obviously, we don't put them on the screen because this quiz is for our quiz supporters only. Now, the one thing you need to understand is that every single question that you hear tonight, you can take a complete guess at. That's the beauty of this quiz. Sometimes you can just get lucky and score points, which makes it, that much more fun. A normal quiz, sometimes you hear a question, when you're doing a real pub quiz night, and you just don't know and you just have to sit there until the next question comes up. Not with this quiz. With this quiz, you can always take a guess. The questions will come at you in various formats. The most common will be good old multiple choice. A question and then A, B, C or D. Just click on the correct answer to get the points. We do picture multiple choice where it's the same format, but we give you 4 pictures instead of 4 just plain answers. And then we have open-ended questions where a keyboard will appear on your screen and all you've got to do is type in the correct answer. Now, with those questions, do pay attention to what it says on your screen and what I will tell you, because I will tell you exactly how many digits, as in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., or letters A, B, C, D, should be in your answer. So if we ask you for a year, it will be a 4-digit number. It won't be a 2-digit number. If we ask you for an age, we will give you a clue. We will say it's 2 numbers or 1 number or whatever. The same with letters. We often ask for the first letter of an answer, or we might ask for somebody's initials, for example, and we'll say that the answer is 2 letters. Just please pay attention. Don't lose points because you've essentially got it right but input it wrong. If you get a correct answer, it's worth 100 points. Get it wrong, it's worth 0. Now, some questions do have multiple answers. That's one question, 5 possible answers instead of 4, and 3 of them are correct. If you can get 1 right, it's 20, 2 right, it's 40 points, and 100 points if you can get all 3. Now, where you really rack up the points is with a speed bonus. This speed bonus is available on every question to every player. Every single person playing this quiz can score bonus points on every question. It all comes down to how quick you are. The faster you answer, the more points you will get, up to a maximum of 50. You obviously have to get the question right, do it nice and quick, and you will get up to 50 bonus points on every single question. We give you a 30-second gap to chat with me, which is quite nice. So chat with each other, chat with me in the live chat. Do join in. It's always nice to see who we have playing. And we've got 15 seconds only to answer your question. Don't let the time run out. You don't lose points for taking a guess. It's vital that you do take a little pop at what is going on. Now, we have got a whole ton of prizes. Oh, wait, maybe we should talk about our random round first, because I've just realised these guys are behind me. There you go, celebrating the year 2000. Why have I got these guys behind me? Well, it's for this reason here. This is our random round this evening, chosen by the player that finished in 50th position last week. If you finish in 50th position tonight, not only will you win a little prize, which we'll tell you about in a second, but you will also get the honour of choosing a theme for next week's quiz. Next week's quiz will be the team quiz as well. We will talk about that as well in a short moment. But tonight, it's the 2000s. That was chosen by the player from last week. So what we've done is one question from each year of the 2000s. So we will start in the year 2000, then 2001, 2002, and so on and so forth, all the way through to 2009. So we will cover the entire year, and we've covered everything from, well, TV, movies, history. I mean, it's all in there. We've hopefully got a little bit of something for everybody, and yes, there will be some sport questions, whether you like it or not. Those questions will pop up between questions 20 and 29. So prizes tonight, we are changing things ever so slightly with one prize. We're not changing, actually. I'd like to say we're adding something, and this is what we are going to do. So we have been given a really cool album by our new sponsors, Two Sides Records. Now this is a really cool independent little record store based in Bucharest. I absolutely love it down there. They helped me get a Glenn Hansard record to complete my collection. They've got both used and new records. They've got everything that you could ever need to set up your systems. These guys are really, really cool. And tonight they've given us the brand new Foo Fighters album, which came out at the start of the year. I think it came out in February. Medicine at Midnight. This is on vinyl. It's awesome, and we thought about how we were going to give this away. Do we just include it as a top prize or whatever? No, we're going to change things up. We will give this as an instant prize to whoever is top of the leaderboard after the very first question. So, first question comes up. We call it first question fastest finger. Whoever is shown number 1 after one question will win this. You have to go along to Two Sides Records and pick it up, but that's not too difficult to do. They're right in the centre of Bucharest, and we thank them for giving us such a cool prize. We hope we get more really awesome vinyl albums in the future, and we'll do more of this. So please remember that the system doesn't lie. Whoever is number 1 is number 1. If you are tied on a score, it simply means that the person that is higher, they managed to answer a fraction of a second quicker than you. So we will go by the system. Whoever is number 1 after question number 1 wins the Foo Fighters' new album, Medicine at Midnight, on vinyl. And then our overall winner tonight will get 100 lei to spend down at the Afro Nelly's shop. Lovely, lovely produce down in Afro Nelly's. For those of you that know our friend Kingsley as well, who is the artist with Cassian, we've given away lots of his t-shirts before. They've now partnered with Afro Nelly's, and all of his books and his t-shirts are available to buy in person down at Afro Nelly's, which is pretty damn cool. So if you win tonight, we'll give you 100 lei to go along and spend. You must take this within 2 weeks of winning. Second place tonight is changed ever so slightly here as well, because our lovely friends at Infinity decided that they wanted to make it a little bit easier for you now that you've gone back to work. So they've changed the times on this prize. It's T for 2 down at Infinity. This is for our runner-up, so in second place this evening. Now, you can take this prize within 2 weeks, and it has to be Monday to Friday from 11 till 8 now, not till 5 till 8. So you can go along after work and enjoy a lovely little tea for 2. That's a really, really nice prize, and we thank Infinity for doing this. Their garden is really, really beautiful. It was recently listed as one of the 10 hidden gems of Bucharest. So if you're runner-up tonight, you'll get to go along. But of course, you can go along anytime, but we do recommend booking because these guys are super, super popular. Then we give out spot prizes. 25th place once more will get a full month's membership to F45 training, including a goodie bag at the end of the month. You can look them up on Facebook at French Quarter Bucharest. We all want to get beach body ready, don't we? Or at least, you know, remotely normal. These guys will help you, I promise. It's a really cool prize. We do have a couple of terms and conditions. You can't claim this prize if you are already a member or if you have already won it in the past. And if that is you, if you win this tonight, then I will come up with an alternate prize to give you. But a really cool prize, 25th place, a 4 months membership to F45 training here in the French Quarter in Bucharest. 50th place tonight then, we have a nice little simple electronic trivia challenge game. This will be delivered down to Red Goblin, our partners Red Goblin, for you to pick up from Sunday. But more importantly, if you finish in 50th as well as that game, you'll get the chance to choose a theme for 10 questions at next week's quiz. Everybody wants an opportunity to do this. Well, it could be you tonight. We will see by the end of the quiz who that will be. And then a ton of pizza to give away. Thank you so much to everybody that won pizza last week. You all replied to me very, very quickly, and you should have received your pizza codes today, hopefully. 10th, 20th, 30th, 40th, 60th, 70th, and 80th positions tonight win themselves a completely free pizza from Jerry's Pizza. But in order for you to get that pizza, you must send me a message via our Facebook page or our email quiz@mojomusic.ro. Just send me a very quick message and say, I was 10th, I was 20th, whatever. Here's my name, here's my phone number. I can then deliver your prize to you. And then thanks to the BritishShop.ro, we've been giving away lots of these lately. On to the lucky wheel for our gold and our silver Patreons. Our gold and silver Patreons do get extra benefits to thank them for their generosity. And one of those benefits is an extra prize just for them, which will be won this evening on our lucky wheel at the end of the evening. If you are gold, you are on there 3 times. If you are silver, you're on there once. And it will be a mystery box of goodies from the BritishShop.ro. And a couple of you received your boxes this week. And I had some lovely messages showing off with your items, knowing full well that I would really like them. So congratulations to you if you received your boxes this week. And if you would like to upgrade or even become a Patreon, because we have got a few guys just coming in to try tonight, patreon.com/BigBritishBucharest Quiz, which is how you support us as a company until that day we can get back out and quiz with you in person. So that's all of the prizes, but we have got one other very important bit of information to remind you about. And that is next week is the last Wednesday of the month, which means it's time for our team quiz on the 26th of May. It's open to everyone. Now, what that means is that you do not have to be a Patreon next week in order to play. You can build your team with any friends, regardless of whether they have played before or not, regardless of whether they are a Patreon or not. Please come and join us next week. Teams can be between 2 and 6 players. You must email your team name to us at quiz@mojomusic.ro by 12 p.m. on the 26th of May. All of this information will be on our Facebook page as well, so don't panic about it just yet. But you cannot play if we do not have your team name. That is important. Please get your team name to us, and we'll make sure that you are entered for next week. All right, here we are then back here. Let's have a look and see who else is chit-chatting away with us. So we saw James Maruna. What are we talking about Cher for? What have we done with Cher? Am I missing a joke there? Charlie, good evening to you, mate. Nice to have you along. Sylvia is with us as well. Sylvia, I feel like we haven't had you playing for a few weeks. I know the bars and the clubs and the gardens and everything are open, and that's why everybody is out there. So, you know, it's fine. But it's nice to have you here. Timia as well. Jon, Alina, Victor. It's good to have you all with us tonight. I think we should crack into this quiz. So the very first question will be a themed question to help you win that prize for the album, and then we'll move straight in. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Sylvia. Then we'll move into some recent news questions. There's 6 or 7 of those. Then some general knowledge, and then we move into those 10 questions on the decade that is the 2000s, and we will finish off with general knowledge as well. So be warned, the first question is a themed question and you can win straight away. Right, I think we should get into this game. So we will start you off and then we will go straight over to our live game. And remember, within 15 seconds, one of you is going to win a prize straight away. The very best of luck to all of you. Here we go. First question coming up. All right then, so how many studio albums have the Foo Fighters released? Please enter a 2-digit answer. This is for the album, for the vinyl album. Who will win? Will someone get it right? 10 is the correct answer, and it's Wanna D, my dear. You are a winner. Look at that And I tell you what, you have managed to get that just a bare second ahead of Ruxy, Christy, Mike, Dan. You all ended up on the same score, but it's Wana. Congratulations, you have got the vinyl. That is yours. The answer was 10, just 16% of you getting it right. First prize has been awarded. Let's do some recent news. The goalkeeper for which Premier League team scored a last-minute winning goal on Sunday? Wana, if you're in the feed, do give us a thumbs up. That would be nice. Hopefully you know that you've won that prize. Maybe you're not watching the stream tonight, but you're going to be ever so surprised when you find out. So you can see him scoring right there. It was for Liverpool, 61.9% getting it right. And in over I thought you might like that one, George. In over 100 years of Liverpool's history, no goalkeeper has ever scored for them. He's the first person to ever do it. It was an important game for them as well to keep them in contention for the Champions League places in the Premier League. And they've got to win tonight as well. They are playing after this quiz finishes. So really dramatic and, don't we just love football? If only the fans had been there to see it, right? Mike goes into the lead. Dan in second, Ruxy in third. 25-year-old Dalton Gomez has married which of the following people in a tiny and intimate wedding? So Mike is in the lead and it's Mike's birthday today. Happy birthday, big man. So sorry that we can't all come out and have you buy us drinks, but at least Liverpool are playing. You've got quiz and Liverpool, mate, so it's a good birthday for you. All right, so this fella married Ariana Grande. He's a toy boy. She's 2 years older than him, but fair play to him. He's a real estate fella. He's doing all right for himself, I'd say, if he's buying and selling houses and marrying an Ariana Grande. 87.3% of you getting that one right. Dan, Christy, Ruxy, Mike, Tudor make up your top 5. Looking through the top 10, we've got Wana, Seva, Leopold, Emmanuel, Teofil, Simo, Jamie, and Dana. No there yet. He's not there. Here's number 4. Which actor has returned his 3 Golden Globe Awards in a protest against diversity? Now, come on, Alina. He doesn't look very old, that lad, but Ariana Grande hardly looks 27, does she? She still looks like a teen. Tom Cruise is the correct answer here. The awards show has also been dropped by the broadcaster NBC. There's a real, backlash against them at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm sure I would have guessed another broadcaster is going to come in, but Tom, he's given them back. I think he's got a few other awards. Hasn't got an Oscar, but, he's got a few other awards, hasn't he? Dan, Christy, Ruxy, Mike, Wana, making up your top 5 as it stands. Long way to go, though. Here's your next question. Which famous artist has produced this sign for the London Underground? Now, this has gone viral. Can you guess why? Look at the state of it. Art, right? Art. Right, so it's David Hockney. 30.3% of you getting it right. He made it using an iPad. I think you could probably guess that. And it's replaced the Piccadilly Circus sign at Piccadilly Circus as part of a campaign called Let's Do London, which is being run by the London Mayor. It's been widely mocked because, look, it's crap. Utterly crap. Because a famous artist did it, it's art. I don't get it. Simo into the lead. Dan, Christy, Ruxy, Mike making up our top 5. Nice and close still. Who has topped the Forbes list of the highest paid athletes of 2021? Okay, so that is so far, obviously. But who's earned the most money? This list came out last week. Dak Prescott, Lionel Messi, LeBron James, Conor McGregor. Who is it? Click and confirm your answer. You have done that. It is Conor McGregor, the UFC star. $180 million in earnings over the last 12 months. That's how long they've done it, so it's not just here. $130 million for Messi. Ronaldo's on 120. The Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, he is the highest paid NFL star at the moment, $175 million. $107.5 million. And then the LA Lakers star LeBron James, just 96.5. Poor lad. Next question. On which continent would you find the Kalahari Desert? Right, it looks like we have done with recent news. We're into some general knowledge to take us through to question number 20, where we will start our random round. Simo still leads by just 1 solitary point from Christy. So the Kalahari Desert, not too tricky. It is in Africa. Some of you, it's one of those funny ones. Lots of people think it's in Asia. I don't know why. It's just one of those things, isn't it? But the Kalahari, 360,000 square miles in Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa. Basically, you get lost there, you are done. Christy and Simo still lead the way with Ruxy, Wana and James, our reigning champion, coming into the top 5 as well. Mike drops down to 8th. We want a good finish from you tonight. Come on, Mike. Birthday boy. Next question, number 8. The global HQ for which company is found at 2000 Purchase Street, Purchase, New York, USA? This is a lovely piece of trivia. Now, any one of these answers would be a good answer, but the answer that we're looking for is a MasterCard. MasterCard's HQ is the one that you can see there, and they are based in Purchase in New York. I think that's just brilliant, isn't it? Oh, New York State, should I say. 28.8% getting it right. Obviously, not too many of you knew that one, but it's a lovely piece of trivia that you can take away now. Simo then still leads. James jumps up to 2nd. Christy, Ruxy and Exquisme make out our top 5. All looking down the list, I can see He Who Shall Not Be Named coming in to 10th. Often struggles on the old recent news, and then he starts getting strong. Let's see how he does tonight. Number 9. In TV's The Simpsons, what's the name of the news reporter? It is one of those 4 answers there. Surrey, Kent, Avon or Devon. Which, of course, are all counties in England as well. And his name is the best county of all, Kent. Of course, it's the best. It's where I come from. It's also what people say when I walk past them often. I think that's what they're saying anyway. Kent Brockman is his name. Simo breaks 1,000 points. Quizzing very well so far. She leads Christy, Ruxy, James and Exquisme. We've got Wana, Dan, Dana, Family Terp and in 10th. So, super close. That's how we like it. 9 questions down. Still 41 questions to come. Loads of time to catch up. Here's your next question. What is the name of the ship that searches for the monster in the classic book 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? That is the ship there. Now, I don't want to spoil it for you, but of course when they discover the monster, it's not a monster at all. It's a futuristic submarine. Abraham Lincoln is the name of the ship, and it is quite a big part of the story until they find the monster/submarine. So well done if you got that one. 30.8% of you getting it. It feels like it was a bit of a guess, but that's okay. We're all here to learn. You'll always remember that answer from here on. Not too many of our top players getting that, though. So it's Simo, Christy, Ruxy, James and Exquisme still in the top 5. Nothing too much has changed there. We've lost Buddha out of the top 10. 40 questions to go. Here's question number 11. Select the names of 3 animals used to describe stock market traders. Bulls, stags, rabbits, snakes, bears. Click on 3 answers to get all of the points. We haven't heard from Wana here in the feed. I do hope she's aware that she's won a cool prize tonight. We were looking for bulls, stags and bears. Rabbits and snakes, no. Snakes, maybe. That would be a good name, wouldn't it? But a bull is an investor who buys stocks and gambles on selling it at a higher price. A bear is an investor who sells his stocks and gambles on buying back at a lower price. And a stag is an investor who buys and sells stocks rapidly, trying to make very quick profits. Simo still leads from Delia and Martin, who come up into 2nd. Exquisme, Christy and James, all hanging around the top 5. And it remains very close. Here's question 12. With which of the following would you associate Urquhart Castle? Urquhart Castle? Or Urquhart? Urquhart Castle. Shrek, Loch Ness, Game of Thrones, Disneyland. Point at Loch Ness if you've ever seen some of the famous pictures of Nessie, which are very real, I'm sure. That is the name of the castle that you see in the picture as well. The castle, to a large degree, is just as famous, certainly visually, as the lake is, or the loch is. Simo still leads, but being hounded by Exquisme, Christy, Ruxy and Dan. Woo Lotus up into 8th. Good to see Alina. Which of the following is also the name of Kim Kardashian's eldest child? Click and confirm on the correct answer. Just as I said that, Alina pointing out that she's 8th. Come on, Alina. One of these days. One of these days you're going to get a major top 5 finish. I just know it. So C is the answer here. Look at you guys knowing not only your compass points, but also your celebrity baby names. Northwest is what we wanted. Took me ages to create that question. Absolutely ages. It's totally worth it, just because it's a fun question. Simo then still leads Exquisme, Christy, Dan, Wana. Let's have a look through. Voida Lotus moving up to 7th there. She knows her Kardashian trivia. Dana was in 6th. Delia and Martin back up to 8th. Family Terp move up to 9th. And Ruxy is in at 10th. Here is your next one, number 14. True or false, the largest sushi roll ever made would be impossible to transport through the Channel Tunnel. Is that true or false? The largest sushi roll ever made would be impossible to transport through the Channel Tunnel. No, George, you do not. You do not. I love the fact some of you think this is true. It's obviously false. 44.1% of you are getting it right. Now, actually, the longest one is almost 3 kilometers long, but they folded it, like bent it, and so it fit onto a massive table. It could easily fit onto one of the trains going through the Channel Tunnel. No, the largest sushi roll ever, it will go through the Channel Tunnel quite happily. And that has moved Woover Lotus up to 4th. This is exciting. What is the name of the character? The first name of the character Crocodile Dundee. What is the first name of the character Crocodile Dundee? Jon, I think that's what we're trying to say. Yeah, was the biggest sushi roll ever basically like 20 meters wide? No, it was not. It was a normal size sushi roll that was just folded over and over and over. Michael or Mike? Mike Dundee or Mick Dundee, wasn't it? It wasn't Mike, it was Mick. Mick Dundee, played by Paul Hogan. Love those movies. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Anyway, 28.4% of you getting it. Simo is quizzing beautifully tonight. Delia and Martin doing all right as well. They're back up to 2nd. Exquizme in 3rd. We've got Family Turp coming into 4th. And Christy in 5th. Woover Lotus in 6th. Okay, Nige, I get that. That's a good point. Which country is made up of 3 historical regions? Trilopitania, Fezzan, and Cyrenaica. It wouldn't pass through customs. This is a good point. Okay, so we were talking about the physical size of the world's largest ever sushi roll going through the Channel Tunnel. That's it. Would it fit? It would absolutely fit, with a lot to spare. Libya is the correct answer. 62.9% of you getting it right. Isn't that amphitheatre beautiful? We were talking about amphitheatres last week. The one in Tunis. I do recommend going there on holiday one day if you haven't been. It's a stunner. Still Simo in the lead, but Delia and Martin closing the gap. Let's go through our top 10. Exquizme, Family Turk, Christy, Dana, Woover Lotus still doing well in 7th. Bula just behind her in 8th. James and Dan 9th and 10th respectively. Here is your next one. Number 17. How many members make up an Olympic curling team? Please enter a 1-digit answer to get the points. A 1-digit answer. Thank you to Karina, who's just subscribed to us on YouTube. That's very kind of you. It's always very helpful to get you subscribing. 4 people getting it right. 4 people in the team, not 4 people getting it right. 4 people in the team, 39% of you getting it right. Lots of people think it's only 3, but no, there are 4 because you've got 1 spotter, 2 sweepers, and one that pushes. Exquizme with that question goes into the lead by 1 point. 1 point. Oh. Charlie, that wasn't the reason about the question on sushi. It was about, does it fit? And it does not. It easily fits. Come on. Not including Russia, what was the most populated European country in the year 1800? France, Prussia, Spain, or Great Britain? Yeah, the question wasn't about the laws of bringing food or fish or whatever through. It was merely, could it fit into the tunnel? We could have said any tunnel. Any famous tunnel. France is the correct answer. 31.9% of you getting it right. 27.6 million made it the largest country, essentially, by population back in the year 1800. And it's all changed up in the top 10 here. Exquizme goes into the lead. Family Turp up into 2nd. They're just 1 point behind. James is coming to 3rd. Simo drops to 4th. Delia and Martin. And Woover Lotus is still ahead of Bula. Love this. Who won the Best Actor Oscar at the 1998 Academy Awards? It is one of those 5 answers there. We have put them on the screen as well to try and help you out. So who won the Best Actor Oscar at the 98 Academy Awards? You did say you wanted to be 50th, Alina, and this is what happens. You're gonna go and get 25th. You're gonna come and work out with me. It was Jack Nicholson for the really good movie As Good As It Gets. I love that film. I mean, it's very hard to watch a movie with Jack Nicholson in, apart from Mars Attacks, that isn't brilliant. Well deserved. How many has he won? I don't know. He's won more than one, hasn't he? Exquizme still leads, and it's a good lead because Family Turp got that wrong, as did James. Delia Martin. Bula got it right and jumps up into 5th. That was your last question. We're into the 2000s. 1 question per year. Here we go. 2000 at the Sydney Olympics. Which 2 countries entered the opening ceremony together under one flag for the first time? I hope you're talking about As Good As It Gets, Jen, not Mars Attacks, which was appalling. It was deliberately appalling, though, wasn't it? It was a B movie that with a huge budget. North and South Korea is the correct answer here. 30.3% of you getting that one right. Bosnia and Herzegovina had actually done that a few years before. Slovakia and Slovenia have never essentially, as Slovakia and Slovenia, come in under one flag. And certainly Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland, no, because Northern Ireland is part of Team GB. But anyway, North and South Korea, correct answer. Excuse me, James. Bula jumps up into third. Oh, Jen, I'm not talking to you. Mars Attacks was a good movie. What's wrong with you? On to 2001. Who was Time Magazine's Person of the Year in 2001? Oprah Winfrey, George W. Bush, Tony Blair, or Rudy Giuliani? Who was Time Magazine's Person of the Year? And your time is up. Rudy Giuliani is the correct answer here. 55.9% of you getting that right. Back in 2001, he was the mayor of New York, and he was given the award for the way he dealt with the city and the state and the country as a whole in the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks. So very well deserved. Look at what's happened to him 20 years later, really. Let's not get into it. It was deserved at the time. Yeah, I agree, Jen. Embarrassment now, but back then he did do a good job one way or another. Excuse me still leads. James in second, Bula in third. Next question. We're on to 2002. Who won the men's and women's singles titles at Wimbledon? There you go. You complain we don't get tennis questions. There's a cracker for you. Looking for the two singles winners from Wimbledon in the year 2002. It was Leighton Hewitt and Serena Williams. The only time Leighton Hewitt won, the Australian. Serena Williams has obviously gone on to win it multiple times. 34.3% of you getting it right. Pistol Pete Sampras, yeah, he won an awful lot as well, but he didn't win it in 2002. It's still as you were in that top three. James has broken 2,000 points, first player to do so. Excuse me in second. Bula in third. Simo fourth. Family Turp is there in fifth. Still exceptionally close. We are moving on to 2003. Which band released this album on your screens in 2003? He should have got... Did he get a golden raspberry for his performance in the Borat movie? Because that would have been brilliant. Oh, Alina, you're not in the top 10. That is by Blur, Think Tank by Blur. The album cover there, you may be able to work out for yourself, was done by Banksy all the way back in 2003. You know, that was a big deal to get it done by him then. The cover art only sold for £75,000 at auction in 2007. I say only, that's a lot of money. But, you know, with the way that Banksy's art gets sold these days, that's because it's quite a famous piece as well for Think Tank. Yeah, you would expect it to be worth an awful lot more if it went to auction these days. James still leads. Here's number 24. 2004. Which of these was not launched in 2004? Was it iTunes, Facebook, Gmail, or the Firefox browser? One of them was not launched in 2004. Look at those old computers in that school. Those old Macs. iTunes is the correct answer. iTunes actually launched before that, 2001, but Facebook, Gmail, Firefox browser, they all came out that year. I mean, what a year for technology, 2004, right? Quite brilliant. Right, yeah, these questions seem to be playing out for some of you here, but James did not get that one, so it's allowed everybody to close the gap ever so slightly. James, excuse me, Bula, Family Turp, and Simo, top 5. But it's getting a little bit close. V coming into the top 10. Well done to you. Halfway point number 25. 2005. Which company ran a disastrous online ad campaign with the tagline, "I'd hit it"? That is one of the banner ads that you can see on your screen. I'd hit it. I don't know how they managed to cock this up so badly. It was McDonald's, 35% of you getting it right. So it was basically about a double cheeseburger, but they didn't realise that the slang term and the way that they'd put the ad together essentially said that the man in the advert wanted to have sex with a cheeseburger. I mean, there's no two ways of putting it. And it was widely mocked, and it's gone down as one of the most disastrous online ad campaigns in history. How did that get through, really? I don't know. Excuse me, leads. Bula overtakes James. Next question. 2006. What are the matching initials of the player that was sent off in the 2006 FIFA World Cup final? So a two-letter answer. Your letters are the same. Two-letter answer. Sorry, Alina. Another sports question. Zizi for Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane, yes, well done. After he headbutted Marco Materazzi's chest, knocking him to the ground. Apparently, Marco Materazzi had said something about his sister and what have you. Iconic moment, but it would have been good for France to win that. They lost it on penalties in the end. With that question, Bula has gone into the lead. His arch rival James in second. Family Turp very much in it there in third. Exquisme and Alex make up your top five. Oh, Jon saw it on TV. 2007, look at this gif. What was this man crying about? Was it Brandon Routh being cast as Superman, Beyonce leaving Destiny's Child? Was it Windows Vista? Or was it the media coverage of Britney Spears? It could have been any of them. They were all terrible. It was the media coverage of Britney Spears. Leave Britney alone. Yeah. Anyway, Bula, he got it. 12 points ahead of James. Family Turp in third. His name's Chris Crocker, and he actually just sold it as one of those non-fungible what's-its for about $70,000. He never made any money because it wasn't monetized, that video. Never made any money. 2008, which country hosted its first ever NATO summit in April 2008? Jon, that answer could have been perfectly viable, right? I mean, Windows Vista was a travesty. I used it for years. It was on my laptop and I never got it changed. Romania is the correct answer. The 20th NATO summit was held at the Palace of the Parliament, 2nd to the 4th of April 2008. Everyone was in attendance. Putin invited the then president or prime minister, Romanian prime minister, to dinner. He basically said no. All very interesting. All right, Bula and James fighting out at the top, but Family Turp in third. Exquisme, Alex making up our top five. One more question. It's 2009 multiple answer. Select the names of these three main characters from the 2009 film The Hangover. So we're looking at the three men there, not the baby. Bonus points if you know the name of the baby. I'm about to tell you what the name of the baby is anyway. Baby has two names in the movie. All right, so their names are Alan, Phil, and Stu. If you went for Doug, Doug is a main character, but he's not in the movie for all of that amount of time because they lose him. He's on the roof. Spoiler. Sorry about that. So yeah, he's the friend that's actually getting married. So although he is sort of the central character, he's not really in the movie. It's all about these three, as are the sequels, both of which were terrible. We're still talking about terrible movies. The baby was called Tyler, but Alan called him Carlos. Bula leads. James, Family Turp, Exquisme, and Alex were into general knowledge to take us home. His question 30 in 1936, which composer wrote Peter and the Wolf. Peter and the Wolf. So that was a good round for Bula. Sometimes those theme rounds don't suit him, but tonight it did. Ominous. He's in the lead after 29 questions. Is he going to have it his own way tonight? We will see. Prokofiev is the correct answer. 53.6% of you getting that right. No change in that top five. Bula, James, Family Turp, Exquisme, and Alex. Simo, Seba Leopold, Emmanuel Teofil. Quizenjas coming into the top 10. Good evening to you guys. Wana, who's already a winner tonight. She's in 9th, and Dan is in 10th. 20 questions remain. A long way to go. Here's number 31. Which classic TV show was set in the fictional town of Cabot Cove, Maine, USA? Cabot Cove, Maine, USA. So your time, it is up, and it is Murder, She Wrote, and that's one of the easiest questions of the night, with 80.9% of you getting it right. Most of the exterior shots and some of the location shots were filmed there. The rest was filmed at Universal Studios in California. I've been on that lot. It's very pretty. It's very nice. It's very fake. Bula still leads, but James not letting him get away. He's hanging on. He's still in second. Exquisme, Family Turp, and Alex all still making up that top five. Simo trying to get back into the top five, not too far off it. Next question, number 32. What was the title of Homer's epic poem of the Siege of Troy? Was it Odyssey, Cypria, the Iliad, or Telegony? It's a beautiful picture, isn't it? All right, time is up. We were looking for the Iliad. That question was even easier for you. Nobody going for Cypria. The Iliad is the correct answer, 82.6%. Bula has become the first player to break 3,000 points after 32 questions. I don't think he's going to get 5,000 points tonight, but you never know. James, excuse me. Alex up into 4th and Simo up into the 5th. The family Terp, they drop back to 6th. Quizengers, Seva Leopold, Iwana and Dan rounding out our top 10 as it stands. We move on to question number 33. In what decade were these three novels first published? The 20s, the 30s, the 40s, or the 50s? 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s? They were all published in a very short period. And they were all released in the 1950s. That was a tricky one. Only 31.9% of you getting that one right. They were published in 54. And then 54 and then 55, which is unusual for them to be published that far apart, but I think he pretty much wrote them all at the same time, Tolkien, so makes sense, I guess. Bula, James, excuse me, Alex and Simo, still that top 5. Bula, what's his lead here? Around 150 odd points, not much at all. Here is number 34. Look at the picture and name the band, please. Please name that band. Some more music for you, lots of music tonight. Lots of music and sports. Sometimes it's just how it goes. All right, so name the band in the picture. Bring Me the Horizon, My Chemical Romance, Good Charlotte, or Blink 182. It is one of them. And it is My Chemical Romance, and 66.7% of you recognising them. And Bula is not getting too much wrong at the moment. He's back to his really high-scoring ways, but he's not running away with it. James is still there, as is Simo, who comes back up into 3rd. Alex is having a good quiz, as is Exquisme, even though they dropped down a couple of places there. All 5 of them doing rather well. Family Terp dropped back a little bit, but could still get up into the prize places. Top 2 get a prize, remember. Number 35. In which US state could you visit the experimental prototype community of tomorrow? So, in which US state could you visit the experimental prototype community of tomorrow? And your time is up. It's Florida. Florida. The Epcot Center. Epcot at the Walt Disney World Resort in Bay Lake, Florida. So Florida is the correct answer. I've never been to Florida. I don't plan on going. Bula still leads, but James is getting all of these right as well. Alex up to 3rd. Simo 4th. Exquisme 5th. Family Terp, Wana, Dan, Dana and Christy all there. It probably doesn't involve cooking meth at Epcot, I wouldn't imagine, no. Here's question 36. How old was Harry Potter when he discovered he was a wizard? Please enter a 2-digit answer. We're helping you here. I could have just said enter a numerical answer, but no. We're giving you a little bit of a clue. A little bit of a clue. 2-digit answer is what we want. Now, Simo is our reigning Harry Potter champion, so I expected her to get this. 57% of you got it. In fact, 11. It was his 11th birthday back in 1991 when Hagrid arrived to tell him, "You're a wizard, Harry." "I'm a what?" God, that must have been like watching the movie in HD, right? Lucky people. All right, still Bula, James. Simo into 3rd. Alex and Family Terp move up to 5th. Could this be their comeback to get into that top 2? It's Bula and James leading the way. Here's question 37. Blind Pew, Israel Hands and Black Dog are all characters in which classic novel? Your options are Moby Dick, The Great Gatsby, Treasure Island and Animal Farm. All classic novels. Proper classic novels. But which one? Blind Pew, Israel Hands and Black Dog, they all appear in Treasure Island. And 58.2% of you smashing that one as well. You guys are really, really good. It's very rare that we get a low percentage of people getting these questions right. Bula and James still lead. And Simo and Alex and Family Terp all still there. Let's have a look for our top 10. So Exquisme is still hanging around. They're looking to get into the top 5 again. Wana D, who has already won a prize. She's still firing forward though. She's in 7th. Dan, Dana and Christy making up the top 10. Here's question 38. Is human blood slightly acid or slightly alkaline? A or B, just a 50-50 shot here. If you feel the need to taste your blood, that's weird, but it maybe helps. So a taste of blood, what are you tasting? Is it slightly acid or slightly alkaline? It is slightly alkaline, and that was an even easier question than most that you've had tonight. 87%, your blood has an all pH range of between 7.35 to 7.45, which means it's naturally slightly alkaline or possibly basic, but never slightly acidic, apart from your tummy. Anyway, Bula gets it, James gets it, Simo gets it, Alex gets it, Family Terp gets it. Still 12 questions to go. You do need our top couple of players here to get something wrong, but it is close for those prize places. Here's your next one. The surname of this character in the picture is an anagram of which country's capital city? Oh, I saw Bula answer that incredibly fast here, so he could, presuming he gets it right, be on for a few bonus points. He answered it within a second or two. Yeah, he did. He scored 140 points there with that one. So Norway is the correct answer. Han Solo. Solo turns into Oslo, of course. Not too tricky, but you know, you've got to try and answer these ones really, really fast. 77.6% of you getting it right. Bula answered it quickly, but James got it right. Simo sits in third. Alex in fourth. Family Terp in fifth. Bula stretches his lead ever so slightly, but he is far from ahead. I was talking about what's in your tummy, not human blood in your tummy. How many yellow consonants are there in this picture on your screens? How many yellow consonants are there? Just a one-digit answer. So a visual question. Count them up. Again, not too tricky, but the faster you answer, the more points you will get. I'd like to think 100% are going to get this right. No! 89% of you getting it right. 11% of you got it wrong. C, K, S, G, and W, of course. Those are your 5 yellow consonants in that picture. Bula got it right, but James was very quick with that question, so he's closed the gap just slightly. Simo is still chasing those two down, trying to get into the prize spots. Alex and Family Terp, they're still in the top 5. They're having their own battle, Alex and Family Terp. They keep flip-flopping there. 10 to go. Here's 41. Which 1985 Hollywood film is also the name of Madonna's first band? That is Madonna's first band in the picture. It was quite hard to find a good picture of the original band. Now, it's a nice piece of trivia you're about to learn if you didn't know this. They're called The Breakfast Club. But the majority of you get it, 42%. Knowing that, well done. With that, Bula has broken 4,000 points. Yes, The Breakfast Club, or Breakfast Club was the name of the band before you all shout at me. But same, isn't it? That is The Breakfast Club in the picture. I don't know too much about the other members, but obviously Madonna went on to bigger and better things. Still, James and Bula leading the way. Still Simo in third. She's been chased by Alex, who's gone into fourth, with Family Terp in fifth. Here's question 42. What is the maximum number of rows you can have on an Excel spreadsheet? Oh dear, I researched this. I didn't go and count them. That would have been ridiculous. But I do know the correct answer for a fact. So the maximum, there is a maximum number as well. It's not infinite. It is 1,048,576 and 63.8% of you managing to get that. There's 16,384 columns. I wonder if anyone has ever created a spreadsheet incorporating all of that. What an utter nightmare. Bula still in the lead. James, Simo, Alex and Family Terp. It's the same as it's always been. Nobody's swapping places. But I tell you what, Alex and Family Terp, there's barely 14 points between you two. The name of which capital city, when translated, means I see a mountain. Nigel's saying that somebody has done the whole thing. I mean, so Jon's had spreadsheets with 48,000 rows. My God, just the thought of it. But Nigel's saying that someone has done the entire thing. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Montevideo is the correct answer. 97.1%. Wow! Look, that man found a mountain in the picture. Bless him. He's so excited about his mountain. 97.1%. It all comes down to how quickly you got that correct. Wow. Very, very good. So you're not... You poor guy. 48,000 rows. I dread to think what was in those rows. What's the name of this character from the Disney film Wall-E? Please enter a free letter answer. Nigel, so the COVID tracking in the UK maxed out an Excel spreadsheet. Is that what you're saying? How do I not know this? This is brilliant. What a spreadsheet. And the chances of getting something wrong as well. Oh, Blimey. Eve is the correct answer here, EVE. And when you look at this, exactly half of you got it right, 50%, smashing that one and getting it correct. It stands for Extraterrestrial Vegetation Evaluator. Wow. Bula, James, Alex. Simo drops to 4th. Alex is up into 3rd. Alex is now chasing James to get into the prize spots. And Exquisme is in 5th. So, this is what Nigel's saying. COVID tracking in the UK used a single spreadsheet and maxed it out and broke it. Oh my goodness. Number 45. Name the song from the music video, please. On your screens. It will not play any sound. It's just a nice little bit of video there for you. All right, your time is up. I think this could be quite high as well. It is Here It Goes Again by the band OK Go. All of those songs are by the band OK Go, who are very famous for doing tremendously difficult videos which rack up millions of views on YouTube. So here it goes again, 55.9% getting it right. Oh, Bula got that wrong. James closes the gap with that question. This is going down to the wire. 5 questions to go. Simo is in 3rd. Exquisme 4th. Alex is in 5th. The Family Terp have been overtaken now by Christy. Dan, Dana and Ruxy round out our top 10. 5 to go. Here's number 46. Look at the picture. What crossbreed of dog is in that picture? Afinhawa, a Beagle, a Cavapoo or a Doxypoo? That is a crossbreed, and a very popular crossbreed it is as well. I think this one is extremely guessable, and in fact it is. 91.3% of you getting it right. It is a Beagle, mixed between a Beagle and the English Bulldog, or British Bulldog as we like to call it. I think the body really gives it away. In fact, if you cover up the face, it just looks like a British Bulldog, doesn't it? English Bulldog, shall I say. All right, just 92 points between our top 2, Bula and James. Simo still chasing them. Can she catch up in these 4 questions? Exquisme and Alex are in the top 5. Keep going, here's 47. Which one song title do the musicals West Side Story and The Sound of Music have in common? There is a song title in both of those musicals. Thank you to Mihaela, who has just become a Patreon during the quiz. That's nice. You're very welcome. Hopefully you'll join us for a full quiz next week. Maria is the correct answer, 63.8%. Not the same song, obviously, but both musicals have a song called Maria. We've got 3 questions to go, and our top 2 players, these are probably our best 2 individual quizzes for in recent months. They're head-to-head again, just 112 points separating them. 1 correct answer, 1 incorrect answer could flip them. Exquisme is now in 3rd, Simo 4th, Alex in 5th. 3 to go. Here's 48. Which actor's first ever role was playing Boy Getting Haircut in the 1988 film Coming to America? Was it Snoop Dogg, Dwayne Johnson, Denzel Washington or Cuba Gooding Jr.? It's one of those 4 sitting in that seat. That is Eddie Murphy, of course, in one of many roles he plays in the movie. It is Cuba Gooding Jr., 56.7% of you getting that one right. Yeah, and he doesn't say anything. He doesn't have any words in it. And it's weird when you watch it now because you think, well, it's Cuba Gooding Jr. He's obviously going to make a joke or do something, or he's got a cameo. But no, it was his first ever role. He was there essentially as an extra. Bula, James, Simo back into 3rd. Exquisme 4th. Christy in 5th. Just 2 questions to go. How high can you finish? Who will win between our top 2? Here's number 49. What's the name of this popular video game? So look at the video on your screens. Is it League of Legends, Overwatch, Apex Legends or Fortnite? It's one of those 4. The quiz could end right here if Bula gets it and James doesn't. But I tell you what, Bula did not get it right, and that is Overwatch, 50.7% getting it right. And when you look at this, it will come down to a very important final question. 4825, 4822 between our top 2 players. They will share the top 2 prizes, but in what order? Last question. We've never had it so close on the final question between 2 of our greatest players, and here we go. Multiple answer. The very best of luck. Question 50. Select the 3 names of the members of the Jonas Brothers. Of all the questions to decide this, a question on the Jonas Brothers. Bula 4825, James 4822. The correct answers that we were looking for were Kevin, Nick and Joe. It proved to be not too tricky. Bula hangs on at the death. What a quiz though. James really smashed it in the last few questions to catch up. So Bula is back to winning ways. I threatened it might happen tonight and it has. James will get the runners up spot. Simo quizzing exceptionally well, coming in third with Exquisme and Christy making out our top 5. So Bula, it's been a while. 3, 2, 1. There are your victory sprinkles, my man. You did it. Congratulations. Let's have a look at how you answered. So Bula, 8 minutes and 24 cumulative minutes there. Simo was answering exceptionally quickly at 7:51. But look at Christy, 6:32. Christy, just a couple more correct answers there, mate. You might have got the win. So it will be Bula that takes the top prize of 100 lei at Afro Nelly's, with James coming in second, picking up the prize for Infinity. To you and Rudu can go along and enjoy a tea for two. Simo, third place for you tonight, darling. So you get the imaginary bronze trophy and lots of slaps on the back. Exquisme in 4th, Christy in 5th. The family Terp ended up in 6th, with Dan in 7th, Alex in 8th. Dana, you got a 9th finish place tonight, and Rux is going to bag herself a pizza. Dana, you finished in 10th. What a quiz. That was fantastic. Really, really good quizzing. It's nice to see Bula get another win after all of this time. But James, you hopefully will console yourself with a first last week, a second this week. You're quizzing brilliantly, mate, and you picked yourself up another prize. So well done to you. We do have one more prize to give away, of course, and it is the one that everybody wants to win. Let's have a quick look at what we will give away. I've got it hidden over here. It's going to be this. So we're going to head over to the Lucky Wheel for gold and silver Patreons, and on the Lucky Wheel we will give away a mystery box of goodies from the BritishShop.ro. Let's go over to our Lucky Wheel, and here it is. Right, on the Lucky Wheel you will see your names there. If you are a gold Patreon, you are on there 3 times. If you're a silver Patreon, you're on there just the once. I'm going to shuffle you all up. And we're going to spin it. Now, beware, the sound might be loud, right? Turn your screens down if you want to, just in case it's loud. That's enough of that. Here we go. So who's going to win our final prize of the night? And it starts to slow down. There goes Vera and Anna and Katy and Delia and Bogdan. Will it move on to Vlad? It will. Now, will it hold on Vlad, or is it going to keep going? It did! Vlad! Vlad, my man, you are our winner. Well done, you. Let's make a quick note of your name here. Vlad, congratulations. I don't think you've won this before. If you could please drop me a line, you know how to contact me. You've contacted me many times. We obviously know who you are. Yeah, you were very close. Never mind, Victor. Vlad's got the prize tonight. Vlad, send me your home address, mate, so we can get this sent to you. It doesn't have to be your home address. It can be wherever you would like it to go to, but that prize is yours. So there we go. That is quiz over for tonight, and a good quiz it was as well. Lots to look forward to in the coming days. We've got game night returning on Saturday night. We did do our brand new game on Saturday night, which was 3 Second Movie, and it was one of those funny games where it could have lasted forever, or it could have been over very quickly, and Raluca was just an utter genius at the game and won it in 4 spins. That is the record. I don't think that will ever be broken, but it is a brilliant new game. So come and join us on Saturday night if you're a gold or a silver Patreon. We will have a ton of prizes to give away and a whole bunch of fun stuff to do. Let's just give you a quick reminder of the team quiz. So on the last Wednesday of the month, always, we will be doing a team quiz until, of course, we can do team quizzes for real in the bars and clubs. As you can see, these are all pictures from events that we've done over the years. You might be able to see yourself in the picture. Who knows? This is open to everyone. I will just reiterate that. You can invite anybody. They don't need to be a Patreon. Build your team. Invite anybody that wants to play. Doesn't matter where they are in the world. Just let them know the time that it's starting. But the most important thing is one of you from your team must send me an email at quiz@mojomusic.ro with the details of your team name. Just please choose a team name. Please have a team name that isn't too long so we can see it on the leaderboard, and something that I can read out as well. I know some of you like to test me with really ridiculously hard to pronounce names. Do it if you want. I don't mind. But please, please, please do remember to send in your team names in time for next week. So that is that. Now, we are not that close to returning to normality and getting out into the bars and clubs to do events, because we're still at 30% at the moment. We're told that it might be going to 50% capacity in bars and clubs here in Bucharest fairly soon, but 50% is still not enough for us to be able to take over a bar or a club. So we're hoping that not too long from now it will be 100%. But on that side, we are trying to get the ball rolling, and tomorrow I am off to visit 2 different venues for just to see if they will work for what we do, the speed quizzing, the normal quizzing, and the sing-along bingo. So we are moving along, we are progressing, and we are, you know, working towards a point where we can do this in person. We'll probably do a test event or 2 and invite our patrons along to that. You will get first refusal to come and play. But just watch this space. You know, I know I've been saying this for a long time, but we are starting to take some baby steps towards normality. All right, I think you'll all join me in wishing Mike from Mojo a very happy birthday again. Mike, I do hope Liverpool win tonight as my birthday gift to you, because frankly, I haven't bought you anything. I will buy you lunch or something when we catch up, probably at the weekend, I'm sure. It's been an absolute pleasure quizzing with all of you. If this was your first quiz tonight, I do hope that you enjoyed it. I will do a write-up over on our Facebook page, which you can find at facebook.com/Big British Bucharest Quiz. Over on there, in about 10 or 15 minutes, I will list all of our winners and all of the guys that have won various prizes through the evening. Please remember, if you have won a prize, drop me a line. If you've won a physical prize, it will be delivered to Red Goblin, our partners down in the centre of the city, on Sunday for you to go along and pick up. Okay, Jen wishing Mike a happy birthday there. Thank you, Jen. That's very sweet of you to say that to him. All right, everybody, whatever you do for the rest of the evening, look after yourselves, and we'll see you on Saturday evening for game night.